Hey everybody, good morning and welcome to the adibiip Group Live Innovator Q&A with Amir and Victoria, bringing you guys answers to common intellectual property questions. This is a holiday season, so we thought we would do a holiday-related episode today. Before we do that, though, I just want to quickly remind everybody, this is a Q&A show. So if you guys have questions about intellectual property, about patents, copyrights, trademarks, or trade secrets, send them to Victoria. You can email her at victoria@adibiip.com. Always looking for interesting questions or people that want to, even be on the show. Also, we have a community number, so please text our community number at 415-943-5193, 415-943-5193. Victoria, I love this new font. This is awesome. Thanks for updating this. Very cool. So on episode 10, this is episode 106. Before we get into it, I'll let Victoria give us just a really quick recap on what we did on episode 105.
Sure. So on episode 105, you answered the question how you can protect your slogan.
So slogans are commonly used in business. A lot of businesses have them. There's a lot of really famous ones. And so definitely something to consider if you guys use slogans in your business to market your goods or services. You should definitely consider trying to protect your slogan. In that particular episode, we protected our slogan, protecting innovators, which appears on the upper corner of our screen. Yep, exactly. So today, episode 106, we're going to do a holiday themed one. Victoria.
So the question today is, how does Hallmark protect their brand?
So a lot of you guys are familiar with Hallmark. It is the oldest and largest manufacturer of greeting cards in the U.S. We were reading up on it on Wikipedia. For those of you guys who don't know, it's based in Kansas City, Missouri. And what we're going to do today is we're going to look at their trademarks. And what you'll notice is that there's no way we could reasonably go through their entire portfolio. Certainly not on the show. That would take a really long time. But I think it'd be cool to at least go through and see some of them and see how they protect some of their holiday-related brands. And it's also kind of cool to see marks that are really old. So we're going to look at a mark that was first used in commerce in 1957. So let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And the place to start, and remember, the skills that I'm showing you guys here, you guys can use really for any company that you're interested in researching. So in this case, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click search. You're going to want to go to tsdr.uspto.gov. That's step one. I'm already there. But once you're there, then you can click search trademarks. And what we're going to do is we're going to search by owner. Now, what's interesting here is that I already figured out who the owner of the Hallmark brand was before the episode started. But for those of you guys who aren't sure, what you can do is you can start off by just taking a guess. So Hallmark Licensing is the entity that owns it. But let's say you didn't know that. What I do was I searched by owner and I searched Hallmark. And once I did that, then I went in and saw a brand that clearly was owned by the company I was interested in looking at. So for example, I think I clicked on this Hallmark here. And if I scroll down and saw that, okay, Hallmark Licensing LLC, company in Kansas. So then that's what indicated to me what I would need to search for if I really wanted to find all the brands owned by Hallmark. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to go ahead and enter that in this screen here. So just the search area. So I'm going to go ahead and do Hallmark Licensing. Actually, if you guys were doing this on your own and you want to do it from here, you can do it here too. I'll go ahead and do it here. You just select owner name, and I'm going to just focus on the live ones. There's 780 total marks that were at some point owned by Hallmark Licensing, so that's a lot. I'm going to pare it down. I'm looking at just the live ones, and when I hit submit query, I should get around 305 results. Yeah, so 305 results. So let's take a look at some of them. I always think it's fun to go just to the very, very end of the list. Just because it lets you just see where it all started. You get to see the very, very early marks. I'm going to scroll to the very end. I'm also going to do something cool this episode. I'm going to click on image list. So I'm going to show you guys how another cool way that you guys can pan the trademark search results. If you click on image list, it'll actually show your marks in a more visual format. And I really like to do this to search in this particular way using image list, especially with brands that have a lot of trademarks. So kind of a cool way to pan through and see the various marks. Speaking of slogans, here's a slogan: when you care enough to send your very best. So let's hop in. I do want to start though with the very first mark. I believe it's this one here. As you can see, filing date January 14, 1957, registered also that year in 1957. As you can see, it was originally registered under Hallmark Cards Incorporated, but at some point in time, it was transferred over to Hallmark Licensing LLC. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can. Now, this is really old, but that being said, in order to maintain the trademark, they have to submit specimens every 10 years. So as you can see, they submitted their last renewal June 8, 2017. But again, remember, registered in 1957. Let's take a look at that certificate. It's going to look a little different than what we're used to seeing these days. I'm going to zoom out just so we can see it a little easier. So this is for ribbon cut and links used for decorative purposes under Class 40. Now, one thing I will point out is there's multiple marks. Let's look at some of them. So here's another one right here. So this one is covering Christmas seals, cards, gift tags, announcements, and all again similar type of history. So let's look at some of the specimens just for our own interest. Let's see. So if we click on specimen, let's take a look. So this was submitted in 2017. So here we go. So here's the back label. This looks like, I have to scroll over. It's kind of annoying the way I have to scroll around. But as you can see, if I scroll over here, you'll see the hallmark right here. This logo right here, the mark. So let's see what other interesting marks we can find. So this is covering Class 16, decorative gift wrapping. Also really old, 57. Let's take a look at this logo. Let's see how the slogan, when you care enough to send the very best. Again, as you can see, the first use 1944. So this was first used in commerce, October 22nd, 1944. Let's take a look at the renewal paperwork that they submitted. So this specimen was submitted in 2008. Here it is. When you care enough to send the very best. And here are your greeting cards. So again, Hallmark has a lot of marks. I'm not going to try to go through all of them, but I do think it's kind of fun to pan through and also just to visualize them using the image list. It's kind of a fun way to go through brands. So here's a Christmas related one, obviously North Pole 1820. What you're going to see is they have a lot of these North Pole brands. Let's just check one out. So gift wrapping paper. And then again, if you're interested in actually seeing the specimen they submitted, you just click on TSDR and then click on documents. And then eventually when this loads, we'll have an option to actually select the specimen. So if we click documents and specimen, this specimen was submitted. When was this specimen submitted? So this specimen was submitted in 2014. So here we go. North Pole right here. North Pole estimated. Established 1820 right here. So again, cool thing, cool to check out. It's really neat to see what specimens big brands submit. Penny Paper Heart, distinctively Hallmark, distinctly you. Here's another Christmas one. Find me Santa. Find me Santa Snowflake. Illuminated window ornament under Class 11. So again, obviously no surprise, right? We're going to find a lot of holiday related ones. Here's Dance Like an Elf, Clementine the Elf. Just for fun, let's check out some of these holiday ones. I did promise this is a holiday episode, so it's only appropriate that we take a look at more holiday themed ones. Tabletop game device for family dance. Interesting. Okay. Victoria, have you ever heard of this? Victoria's nodding her head. All right, let's check out the Specimen, submitted in 2014. Ah, okay. So here's your elf toy. Here's the North Pole mark, and here's another mark right here, Dance Like an Elf. So remember, for specimens, having labels affixed to the actual packaging that carries the goods is sufficient. So let's go back, see if we can find some other fun holiday related marks. Here's Clementine, or Clementine the Elf. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's see if I can try this again. Here we go. Let's take a look. This is class 28, so probably also some toy related specimen. This was submitted in 2016. So here's Clementine the Elf. Notice again, this label actually has 3 marks, right? So this could possibly satisfy 3 different trademarks. It could satisfy the Hallmark, Clementine the Elf, and then also the North Pole. Whoops. Oh, I accidentally closed the tab. Sorry, guys. Okay. Hide that. Okay, all right. Let's go back. Let's see if we can find other holiday-related ones. Crafters. Another side of Hallmark. Bake Like an Elf. Here's another holiday-related one. Again, class 9. Okay, so cookie and treat baking kits. So if we click on TSDR, look at documents, we can actually see some of the specimens. This was submitted in 2014. So here it is, Bake Like an Elf right here. Here's your mark. It's like a baking kit. Let's see what other Baby First, Itty Bitsy, Image Arts, Hallmark Keepsake, Story Buddy. Oh, Mario Key, You're the Star. Jingle, okay. And again, we can check out some more of these holiday-related ones. Let's see. So these are children's books. And if we click on documents, again, we can check out the specimens associated with this particular mark. So this was submitted in 2017. Okay, so this isn't exactly, I guess, holiday related, but there's a TM sign right there. So this is the back of a card. Magic message reveal, okay. Hallmark. Yeah, so a lot of interesting marks. Sunrise, big time greetings, nature's blessings, shoebox, hoopsie and yo-yo. Oh, here's a drawing. Let's see, let's check this out. Type drawing, innovations from Hallmark, okay. Not sure why it's not presenting it to us. Connections, Rainbow Bright, Gold Crown, One Tough Chick, Hallmark Diamond. Again, I mean, they have lots and lots of marks. I think it's neat though. I really do think that panning through, one thing I can do is I can zoom out. I make it a little easier for us to see these together in a more efficient fashion. Expressions. So yeah, cool way to visualize. Kind of more fun than just looking at text. Again, you can do this for any search on TSDR. You can just search by image list. It's kind of a cool way to see through it. You can see they have a lot of similar marks. That's because they probably span multiple classes like Shoebox, Maxine, Mark and Hall, Hallmark Home, Hallmark Baby. Hallmark Raj. Here's an interesting one. So this has design elements to it. Let's see if I can show it to you guys. Let's see if we can see the specimen that was submitted for this particular one. So this specimen was submitted in 2015. Okay, Hallmark plus you. Here it is. Huh. This looks like almost like a software related. Let's see what the goods and services are for this one. Yeah, downloadable computer application software. So it's for storage and sharing of audio clips. Spookticles, Jingle and Bell. Yeah. Here's a North Pole brand. We saw a lot of these already. Be comfy. Hallmark reminders. So again, lots and lots of marks. Floor 9. This one spans a whole ton of different classes. It looks like. Hall & Co. So variations on their design and logo. So again, one creative thing that you can do is you can find different ways to represent your mark, to perhaps redesigns of text, maybe different logo, different font. Those are always subjects of possible new trademark applications. Hallmark Baby, Heritage. These are probably the more common ones that people think of when they think of Hallmark. Hallmark Baby. So that's Hallmark. I hope you guys found this episode useful. I didn't want to go too into depth into every single one. That would have just taken way too long. But what we saw that if you use the image list, it makes it really easy to go through a lot of marks at once. It's a neat way to visualize and to see the marks. And what's really cool about using the image list is that you can actually visualize designs as well much more quickly. So if you are looking at a design mark, for example, on the normal list, it doesn't show the design because there's no text associated with it. But if you're in the image list, then you can see the design even though it has no associated text. So really a really useful tool. Again, neat thing to do. Check out how big brands protect their trademarks and what classes they have covered and what might be coming out in the future. It's a really good way to research and understand markets. And also will give you guys ideas when you guys are pursuing trademark protection for your goods and services. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching episode number 106. If you guys have questions, please send them to Victoria. You can reach her at victoria@adibiip.com. We also have a community number. Please text us at 415-943-5193, 415-943-5193. Really loving this new text, Victoria. This is awesome. Really clean. I'm a big fan of it. Text us. You'll have direct access to me. You can send me your questions. I'll get them answered on the show. And thanks for watching and looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for episode 107.